Hasta la vista, baby.
Hey everybody, welcome to Movies in the Man Cave, Shark Week edition. Every year Discovery hosts Shark Week, although it's kind of way beyond Discovery. It's like everything.
Yeah, everything is sharky.
Anything that you watch online, blah, 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 is shark related for the week. Jared's a big fan.
I enjoy it.
I'm not a fan at all. Boo. I think that everything that there is to be covered about sharks has been covered, and Discovery should mix it up a little bit and, like, cover something else, like
Lobster Week.
Or
it's called Deadliest Catch, man.
Well, whatever. Just like we don't learn about lobsters, we're just about the people who catch them.
It's Shark Week.
There's way more animals that kill people than sharks. Okay, and you know what? I'm in North Dakota. What are the chances I'm going to see a shark? This matters nothing to me.
I don't work for Discovery, man.
Whatever. Anyway, for Shark Week, we each thought we would discuss a shark-related movie that we've seen or like or enjoy, whatever shark-related movie for you. Not like a top 5, just we'll each do one.
Yeah.
So, do you have a shark movie you'd like to talk about?
I do. It is Deep Blue Sea, starring Samuel L. Jackson, LL Cool J, and that's really all that matters.
Man.
So, movie's awesome.
Sam L. and Cool L together, huh?
I shouldn't say the movie is awesome because it's not that awesome, but I enjoy it. Just for the fact of it being like a terrifying scenario. You're out in the middle of nowhere on this, I'll set it up better. They're out in the middle of nowhere on it's not floating, but a lab out in the ocean, right? And they're testing sharks. They're making them smarter for Alzheimer's, doing their science and research out there. And the sharks get so smart that they break out and they flood the sea lab. And just all hell breaks loose, basically.
Because sharks are evil, apparently.
They are. They're innately evil. So in that aspect of it being ultra terrifying, I really enjoy it. Graphics haven't held up.
I haven't seen the movie. Amazing. I only watched the trailer and I was like, ooh.
Yeah, it was in 1999. It's not a huge excuse because, that's not a very good excuse because what Jurassic Park was
before that.
96?
Yeah.
Something like that. So, I mean, but, still, just a really kind of neat movie because they do kind of, they show a lot more of the sharks than what I remember the first Jaws showing. You see a lot more of them doing their mischief than just all of a sudden, I fell through a trapdoor and a shark's eating me. And then LL Cool J's character, the preacher.
Oh, really?
He's pretty awesome. He's a preacher, chef. Like he's a chef on the sea lab. And he ends up, just being, the quintessential BA of the movie.
Yeah.
And it's pretty awesome. Mythbusters did kind of do the whole debunking of how they kill one of the sharks kind of thing, and so that was kind of a bummer, but what do you do?
It's a movie. You gotta embellish.
Yeah, and that's
did Mythbusters cover making super smart sharks with Alzheimer's medication?
They did.
Is that true?
They did. Yeah, that's confirmed.
Yeah. Yes.
So yeah, I mean, graphic wise and somewhat story wise, it's not the greatest, but it's a flippin' movie. It's a fun movie. You go into it knowing that's gonna be weird, genetically altered sharks eating people. That's what you get. It's fun.
Cool. You brought it up briefly, and I want to discuss it, and it's Jaws, which I'm not reviewing. I just want to say, overhyped. If you ask me,
I disagree.
And everybody seems to say that, but I just don't see what the crazy draw is to Jaws.
I think if you saw it, I don't know, did you see it as a kid?
It was probably early teens, I want to say.
Okay. See, I saw it when I was like
14.
7, and I'm pretty sure that was the year that we went to Florida. So it's like, you get that fear instilled in you, and that's it, And so, like, still to this day, I can watch Jaws and be like, creepy, like little bits.
Do that for me at all. I don't know. I think There's nothing special there if you whatever.
But it's out on Blu-ray.
Yes. Coincidentally with Shark Week. How did that happen?
Oh man, it's like they planned it.
The movie I'm going to talk about is somewhat shark related. It's Finding Nemo. Like I said, I haven't seen a lot of shark movies, so this one fits in there. Yeah. Finding Nemo, I'm sure everybody's seen it, is Pixar movie from 2003. Yeah, 2003.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, old. It's about a father clownfish loses his son clownfish and try to get reunited.
To find him.
And somewhere along the line, they run into a group of sharks, and whose leader is named Bruce, which is a tie into Jaws, because that was the name of the Jaws shark. And it kind of does a whole 180 for sharks,
right?
Because they're meant to be these big menacing creatures, and then you think that these fish are about to get eaten, and then you discover that they're in like a Fishaholics Anonymous course.
Fish are friends, not food.
Exactly, and it spins a new light on sharks that they don't want to be these evil killers. You know, if they got super smart, they wouldn't necessarily want to kill. It's just that they got to eat. You know, it's just like the seagulls or anything else in that movie. You know, fish got to swim, birds got to eat. It's just their nature to do that, but they're trying not to do that. And then they smell blood, and everything is completely
it goes haywire.
Completely off the chain, and all that is blown out the window. But so not a lot to talk about with the sharks part of that movie.
Shark-wise, right?
Yeah.
But Finding Nemo.
I would say my favorite Pixar movie to date.
Really?
It doesn't have a lot of the slapstick necessarily type of humor that some of the other ones have.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have a lot of like innuendo humor. It's got very subtle humor, I think.
Yeah.
A lot of that played through Dory,
Yep,
Ellen DeGeneres' character, who has
amnesia.
Yeah, not amnesia, just short-term memory, whatever.
I forgot what it's called.
Just everything that she says is so funny because of this condition.
Yeah.
And it's not, I don't know, blatant stuff. It's just, little things
Subtle,
you pick up on. Every time calling Nemo's name wrong, something hilarious. And talking with the whales. It's just things that you really appreciate at the end of the movie and say, wow, that character put it all together. Yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of great characters in there. Oh, yeah, the turtles. Everybody in that aquarium in the dentist's office is fantastic. Yeah. And then the seagull, of course. So, a million great characters, but the Dory character really stands out for me. Looking at clips online to put up behind me here, it's a very beautiful movie, but it's amazing to see how far we have come in 10 years. It's like when you look at that, you say, wow, that was great when you first saw it. When I saw it in the theaters, I was like, that was the most gorgeous movie I've ever seen. And then I talked about Rango last week. Rango is so far ahead of where Finding Nemo is if you go back and watch it again.
Same with that Legends of the Guardians.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. That was just so mind-bogglingly beautiful and amazing action sets and everything in both of those. Yeah. That Finding Nemo just didn't have. But it doesn't need it. I mean, it's a cartoon. Right. It's a kid's movie. You're not, it's not all about the graphics. It's just a great story and really fun to watch.
Yeah. Getting re-released in 3D.
It is, yes. When is that coming out?
Pretty soon, I think.
Yeah, I saw the poster last time I was in the theater, so it's coming up here.
Yeah, a week or two, I think.
So that kind of ties in. We won't be doing another review of Finding Nemo when it comes out in 3D, probably, because of this stuff. So, Shark Week. Grr.
Sharks don't roar, man. Or grr.
How can an animal be scary if it doesn't even make a sound?
Yeah, look at sharks. They're weak.
I'm not afraid of sharks. I really don't. They kill so few people every year. It's ridiculous. How did it become such a big deal?
I don't know. It's not like they're menacing looking at all.
25 straight years? That's 25 weeks. That's a half of a year straight of just shark coverage. I don't want to see that.
It's not enough.
No,
I would like a shark channel. Discovery, if you're listening, shark channel. A little thing down in the corner.
Let's move on to our quote from last week. And we picked a very popular movie, I guess.
Apparently, yeah.
Holy smoly. On Area Voices, we had James from Jane, whatever. James. Lucas was also out there on Area Voices. We had Dan Johnson on our
FB
Facebook site. And then on YouTube, Comedy Fan, and
Cocoa Bud.
Cocoa Buds, which in my phone was auto-corrected to Cocoa Nuts, which I almost said, but it's Cocoa Buds.
Yeah, it's Cocoa Buds.
Who did that? So let's take a look at that fantastic clip.
Do you think I got where I am today because I dress like Peter Pan here? Take a look at what I'm wearing, people. Do you think anybody wants a roundhouse kick to the face while I'm wearing these bad boys? Forget about it.
Roundhouse kicking?
I want those pants.
Yeah. I don't know.
Those are amazing pants.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, fantastic.
First time I saw that movie, I hated it. And like half hour later, me and my buddy started quoting it, and I was like, all right, let's watch it again.
This is a
So
great movie.
Watch it again.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. It wasn't knock your socks off the first time, but it's one that
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff when you go back. Oh,
The
yeah.
dance scene is amazing.
Oh, epic. All right. I've got a shark-related quote for this week because it is Shark Week.
I like this quote, by the way.
It'll be partially bleeped due to a curse,
Just
so
deal
I
with it.
apologize. The review for Shark Sandwich was merely a 2-word review, which simply read, bleep sandwich. The bleep was actually a curse word that starts with the letter S.
Yeah.
So, that's the quote for this week. If you know what movie that is from, go ahead and type it in our comments, and we'll get your name on here next week.
Yeah.
New
I
releases.
just love that quote. I'm sorry.
Yeah, thank you. I knew it would be appropriate for this week. I've been saving it all for this episode.
For Shark
From
Week.
our first episode, I wanted to do that quote, and I saved it till
Sweet.
now.
I'm glad you did.
Movies coming out this week. Expendables 2, because hell yes.
That's about it.
Every action star. Well, I thought Expendables had every action star ever, and now
Now they
Expendables
do
2
this.
has added Chuck Norris, Van Damme, and expanded roles for Schwarzenegger and Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, yeah.
So,
And
and Hemsworth brother has gotten in there.
yes, and to jump ahead to Expendables 3, I saw that Harrison Ford is in talks.
Oh boy.
And one other awesome action star that I can't remember right now. But Harrison Ford's going to be fun. And Expendables 2 looks... Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first one. It, it's not the best movie ever made, but it's the most
on.
testosterone movie ever made, so it's fun.
Yeah.
No doubt
it's
about
gonna
it,
be-
it's fun. Also, Paranorman comes out this week, and this is a kid who fights zombies.
And he like talks to the dead, and then it kind of reminds me of Hocus Pocus, sort of, kind of like...
Which is not a bad thing.
No, it's not. But it's Hocus Pocus meets like Nightmare Before Christmas animation and kind of Coraline's depressing.
I haven't
feel.
seen Coraline, but it's the
Oh.
same people who did that.
It's depressing, but
I've heard it's very good.
Paranorman looks good.
If you haven't seen the trailer where Season of the Witch is playing in the background,
Yeah.
which was like, I think the first trailer that came out for it, you should go watch it because it's a great trailer. It
Yeah.
really gets you in that Halloween-ish mood or whatever, which I was just in Menards and they already have their Halloween stuff out, by the way, which I'm not going to complain about because I love Halloween
Yeah, that's
like a
true.
lot. So I like to look at all of this place. All the haunted houses,
Yeah,
all
all
the
the
moving
little-
parts and stuff. I love that stuff.
They
So
won't
this
go
is
wrong
kind of
with that
Halloween-y. It's coming out a little bit early for that. I don't know why they didn't save it till October, but
I don't know.
I think it
Get
looks
that
pretty good.
Back to school crowd or something. I don't know.
and whatnot. So that's it.
That's all.
That's our movies in the Man Cave episode for this week.
Sweet.
We'll see you next time, guys. I've like actively been avoiding Discovery Channel since it started. Like, what do I want to watch on there?
I don't know. They got all kinds of goodies.
There's all sorts of like platypus. You can't do a week on a platypus. Like, that's like the weirdest creature ever.
You'd watch Platypus Week,
I'd watch a day of Platypus Week, which is more than I'd watch of Shark Week.
but that's
Giraffes.
Giraffe Week.
Yeah.
No. I would see like
Bears?
Bengal Tiger Week.
Yeah.
That
Something
would be
that,
sweet.
you know, something that you can't escape by just walking onto the beach or staying in your boat.
Yeah, but the sharks breach, man. They can jump into your boat. That's why you don't want